Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to look at Bitcoin SV and ask the question, would I buy or should you buy, not financial advice, Bitcoin SV in the bear market? This is installment 44 of 1001. As always, you can see a link to the entire playlist in the description of this video. And if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. But let's go ahead and ask the question, would I buy Bitcoin SV, BSV, in the bear market? Let me compare BSV to a cult, but not just a cult. Like, all right, let's say just you have a church and these people within that church form some really strange beliefs that are just bizarre for everyone that ever existed. Some aliens are going to come and abduct us and they're going to take us on a comet to another world. And then let's say within that cult, you had a faction form and they didn't like what was going on in the dynamics of that cult, and so they formed their own cult. That is what I picture Bitcoin SV to be. And so what's Bitcoin SV? I mean, all right, this is a time, I rarely go to the descriptions on Coinmarketcap.com, but this is a time where if you look at the description, you can see what I'm talking about with Bitcoin SV. And so it talks about what is Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin SV emerged following a hard fork of the Bitcoin Cash blockchain in 2018, which had in turn forked from the Bitcoin blockchain a year earlier. The goal of Bitcoin SV is to fulfill the original vision of the Bitcoin protocol and design as described in Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper, an early Bitcoin client software and known as Satoshi's writings. So Bitcoin SV stands for Satoshi's vision. They believe that they are more faithful to what Satoshi's vision was than anyone else. But here's the thing, that's the same thing with Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash is saying the same thing. Bitcoin Cash is closer to actual Bitcoin than Bitcoin is. Satoshi's vision, Satoshi, if we could hear from him today, he would be more pleased with Bitcoin Cash than Bitcoin. And now we have a hard fork of Bitcoin Cash, and that is Bitcoin SV, Satoshi's vision. And so they're all claiming to be fulfilling Satoshi's vision. And personally for me, I'm just going to stick with Bitcoin. And we'll talk about that in a second. I do want to give some credence to this idea, just saying that even though these things are true, I'm sticking with Bitcoin. So, they claim some pretty fantastic things. They have 350 plus companies working for them, a transaction fee of 0.0006 cents, 4 gigabyte block size, 50,000 transactions per second, at least on the test net. That is, I will fully grant, much more efficient than Bitcoin, but the appeal for me for Bitcoin does not quite have to do with transaction speeds and with fees and everything like that. It is hard money. And so you can make an argument that Bitcoin SV is hard money, but here's the deal. Any currency, whether it's cryptocurrency or fiat currency or gold or silver, you need to have belief. You need to have wide-scale belief in it as an option for that cryptocurrency to do well, so for any currency to actually function. Okay, and so what's the appeal for this versus Ethereum when ETH 2.0 launches? What's the appeal to this versus so many other things that boast similar transaction speeds or claim similar transaction speeds, claim low fees, Solana, Internet Computer, et cetera, et cetera? I will stick with Bitcoin. Now, looking at the chart, it's even funny. So I've never seen a chart pattern like this. What is this chart pattern? I would call that the Sauron chart pattern. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's wild. A double peak at really odd times. December of 2019 reached an all-time high, and then barely crossed that all-time high in the spring of 2021. I mean, December 2019, we were still very much in the bear market. And so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, Sauron chart pattern, never seen that before. I am not too excited. If I was interested in buying Bitcoin SV of these lows, they are lower than any point since about 2018. That doesn't really appeal to me, and it continues to go lower. Other cryptocurrencies have had some kind of a bounce from their bottom items until today. Bitcoin SV not doing that so much. But looking at the tokenomics are pretty much the exact same as Bitcoin. So 19 million plus in existence. They are mined just like, proof of work, just like regular Bitcoin, just like Bitcoin Cash, and a hard cap of 21 million that will ever exist. They have halvings. And so in that regard, Bitcoin SV can be hard money if it gains in some kind of mass adoption. I just don't think that it will. I think that most people are just going to stick with regular Bitcoin. Transaction fees be damned, because they want a good store of value, and Bitcoin SV has not yet proven itself as a good store of value. So we'll see if that happens, but personally, I don't think it will. Is it going to die? I'm not sure. Maybe it has some kind of function in the future of cryptocurrency, but I have a lot more faith that Bitcoin itself is going to increase in value over time versus something like a Bitcoin SV or a Bitcoin Cash. But, here's your opportunity. Those of you in the comment section of this video, I've heard some really compelling arguments for different cryptocurrencies. If you're a Bitcoin SV person, then tell me why I should buy Bitcoin SV in the bear market. But in my opinion, I'm going to stay away from it. But that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful rest of your week. I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.